Welcome to Entri App. Today we are discussing about the importance of GATE and the syllabus of GATE Chemical Engineering. So mainly the graduate aptitude test for engineering contains mainly the syllabus contain 15 marks for aptitude and 85 marks subject oriented. Okay. Then what is GATE? First we can discuss about what is GATE. GATE is a graduate aptitude test in engineering. It is an examination which is conducted for mainly all of them think that it is the exam for admission to NITs and IITs for MTech courses. All of them think that this is the which is conducted for master engineering, masters in technology and directed PhD admissions to Indian Institute of Technology, IITs and NITs and other institutes around the India. So mainly this main importance is nowadays increases because of it gives a wide opportunity in PSUs. Okay, mainly some of the PSUs and research organization which use GATE score for providing jobs. They mainly include ONGC and GAIL, HPCL, IOCL, BARC, DRDO, etc. Okay, then after 2013, ONGC started the recruitment through GATE examination. And before that, I think IOCL started in early in 2008-9 through GATE, and after that ONGC, GAIL, HPCL, all of them started the recruitment through GATE score. So importance of GATE score is increases in every year. Then who conducts GATE? It is an all India examination administered and conducted by GATE committee, mainly includes faculties from IITs, NITs, IICs. Then in 2021 it was conducted by IIT Bombay, then after that IIT Kharagpur. So all of them are in rotation. About sometimes some question pattern is depends upon some IITs, especially if the IIT Bombay conducted its some difficulties are there, or IIT Chennai conducted the examination, there may be some difficulties. But nowadays the cutoff mark increases depends upon the GATE importance because it has wide opportunities in, I already told that it has opportunities in ONGC, mainly PSUs, ONGC, BPCL, HPCL, etc. Okay, so we mainly discuss in this session the GATE syllabus and expected mark from all the syllabus, all main subjects in different sections. We have already studied in 4 years, mainly for mathematics subjects, engineering mathematics 1, 2, 3, 4, and mainly we started with the chemical engineering by basic principle or chemical process principle or process calculation. Okay, then after that we started with the chemical engineering thermodynamics, then the core paper heat transfer is introduced in second year, then mass transfer is introduced in third year, then chemical reaction engineering, then process dynamics and control and instrumentation, and in the final year some transport phenomena and design and economics are there. So these are the main subject included in GATE chemical engineering syllabus. So out of 100 marks, 15 marks for aptitude, then remaining 85 marks, there are 9 sections. The first section is engineering mathematics. In engineering mathematics, the first one linear algebra, the simple topic, linear equations, eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Some of the questions are repeated from this area, eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Then calculus, in calculus we have some maxima, minima problems or different theorems and different integrated curl divergence, etc. Then differential equations, the solution of differential equations. This we have already studied in first year or second year. So first of all, if we start for the examination, first start with the syllabus in order. That is, first in the BTech study level, you already started with the mathematics. So for preparing GATE exam also, you first start with the engineering mathematics. That is better. Then after that, you entered into the process calculation and thermodynamics, that is in the order. So in mathematics, next complex variables. Mainly in complex variable, sometimes some questions are coming from residue theorem or residue or Cauchy's inequalities theorem, etc. Sometimes there will be no question from this area. Okay. Then probability and statics, in every time 1 or 2 questions coming from probability and statics, and also one question must be coming from numerical methods. There are different type of numerical methods, so including trapezoidal, Simpson's rule. So these are the importance in engineering mathematics. So we can expect a minimum 8 to 10 marks, maximum 15 marks. Okay, minimum 8 to 10 marks and maximum 15 marks. Now in the last years, the expected marks from mathematics decreases, and more from our core subject, chemical reaction engineering, mass transfer, etc. Okay. Then we can sure some 8 to 10 marks must be in out of 85, 10 marks from this engineering mathematics. The next section 2, process calculations and thermodynamics. The process calculation and thermodynamics are 2 subjects, but these are some connection. In process calculation, we introduce the internal energy, enthalpy, work, enthalpy of combustion, enthalpy of formation, Hess's law. Okay. Then this Hess's law, enthalpy of formation, enthalpy of combustion are also included in thermodynamics. And the van der Waals equation, then correction, then for ideal gas equation, then first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics includes the internal energy, enthalpy. So internal energy, enthalpy is started from process calculation. So there is a connection from process calculation and the thermodynamics. Okay. Then mainly the process calculation include steady state mass balance and energy balance. For example, in the case of evaporator, we give some 25% sodium chloride solution. The main aim is to increase the concentration from 25% to 50%. So mainly the material balance and energy balance, that is the main concept in process calculation, material balance. And some introductions are there for unit conversions and some basic concept of molality, normality. Nowadays, no more questions coming from that area. Mainly the questions included in the material balance and from purge, bypass, recycle. And in that area, mainly the material balance and energy balance questions are coming. Okay, from this area, recycle, bypass and purge calculation. Then Gibbs phase rule and degree of freedom. These are the topics in thermodynamics, first and second law of thermodynamics, application of thermodynamics, then thermodynamic properties and solution thermodynamics, mainly the fugacity, activity. Then more than one questions we can expect it from solution thermodynamics, either fugacity related or activity related or equilibrium conversion related. Okay. So in this area, in section 2, including process calculations and thermodynamics, 8 to 10 marks we can expect from pure thermodynamics, and 3 to 5 marks we can expect from process calculation. So total 10 to 14 marks, 10 to 14 marks from this section 2. Then there are some reference textbooks for chemical engineering thermodynamics. K.V. Narayanan is an Indian author textbook. An introduction to chemical engineering thermodynamics by Smith is also a good book. Then thermodynamics and engineering approach by Eunice Sengel. The Sengel's book are available for thermodynamics, fluid mechanics and heat transfer. Okay, for making some basic concepts, for developing some basic concepts, you can use this thermodynamics Eunice Sengel. Then there are some textbooks for chemical process principle. First one, basic principles and calculations in chemical engineering, Himmel Blow. Then also K.V. Narayan textbook are available for process calculation. And there is one book, chemical engineering by G.K. Roy. These are also used for basic material balance calculation problems. The next is section 3, fluid mechanics and mechanical operations. In some universities, the mechanical operations, instead of mechanical operations, the subject is they used as particle technology. Okay, so fluid mechanics and mechanical operation of fluid mechanics, we can say that particle technology. These are related because in mechanical operations we mainly the particle size analysis and filtration type, agitation mixing. So they have some relation with the fluid mechanics. So more questions are expected from fluid mechanics and 3 to 4 mark questions from mechanical operations. So in fluid mechanics, mainly the fluid properties and Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluids. Then mainly the questions or balancing questions are expected from Bernoulli's equations and energy balance and equation of continuity motion related questions. Okay. Then in the last, velocity profile and flow meters, different flow meters, Venturi meter, orifice meter, pitot tube. So these are the basic, and last pump related basic questions, mainly based on Bernoulli's theorem. Okay. So fluid particle mechanics, we can sometimes termed as fluid and particle mechanics, that is fluid mechanics and particle technology, or fluid mechanics and mechanical operations. Then mechanical operations mainly include particle size and shape, particle size distribution. So some questions arriving in this area, some type of questions coming from this area is sphericity. Okay, spherical particles, sphericity, and the settling, centrifuge and cyclone, thickening and classification. Mainly some relations are there in agitation and mixing, and some dimensionless numbers are also included in this area. So some questions from these dimensionless numbers, some relations. Okay. So in this session we can expect 6 to 8 mark from fluid mechanics and 3 to 5 mark from mechanical operations. So total for this section, that is fluid mechanics and mechanical operation, we can expect 10 to 12 marks. Okay, maximum 12 marks from fluid mechanics and mechanical operations. Then for reference, we can use K.A. Gavane, Unit Operations 1, and these Gavane textbooks are also available for mass transfer, heat transfer and chemical reaction engineering. Okay. Then basically all of them used this unit operations of chemical engineering by Maccabe Smith. Okay. This textbook, unit operations of chemical engineering, this include fluid mechanics, mechanical operations, heat transfer and mass transfer. It's a good book you can use for fluid mechanics, heat transfer and mass transfer. Then mechanical operations, the good book is Narayan C. and Bhattacharya, Mechanical Operations for Chemical Engineering by Narayan C.M. and Bhattacharya. The next is section 4, heat transfer. So mainly the subject heat transfer started in second year. Okay. Then there are 3 modes of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. In every question paper, one question is coming from conduction based on slab questions. Then another question based on dimensionless numbers. Basically in convection there are different dimensionless number, Nusselt number, Reynolds number, Grashof number, Prandtl number. So some relations from these dimensionless numbers or some questions coming from related to this dimensional number, including Nusselt number is a function of Reynolds number and Prandtl number in forced convection. In free convection, Grashof number is used. Okay. The last, heat exchangers and evaporator. In every question paper there will be one question, and there must be one question from heat exchanger. Okay, shell and tube heat exchanger or double pipe heat exchanger or from condenser, mainly related with the LMTD problems. So first you can study and you can achieve more mark from this heat transfer area. Then we can expect 7 to 10 marks from this heat transfer section. And the reference textbook for heat transfer is Binay Ke Datta, is a good textbook for chemical engineering heat transfer, and Holman textbooks are there. And I already told that is a single book for fluid mechanics, and there is a heat transfer, a practical approach, that is a book by Eunice A. Sengel, and unit operations of chemical engineering by Maccabe Smith. Okay, for fluid mechanics, heat transfer and mass transfer, these Maccabe Smith books are useful. Then next, mass transfer. Mainly in mass transfer, we started to study the mass transfer in third year of our BTech life. Then introduction, mainly diffusion. Then there may be 1 or 2 questions sometimes from this area. Then mainly in mass transfer, the questions coming from distillation, absorption and drying. Okay, distillation, absorption and drying. These are the main area. Then expected mark 8 to 12 marks. In last 2 years, there may be membrane separation, ultrafiltration process in mass transfer. Okay. Sometimes the questions are only coming from distillation, absorption and drying. So, first you have to concentrate more on distillation. Okay. In every question paper, at least one question from distillation. Okay. At least one question from distillation, basically based on Maccabe-Thiele method. So, expected mark from this section is 8 to 12 marks. Then section 6 chemical reaction engineering. Then for reference of mass transfer textbook, we can use a Trebal textbook and also the Maccabe-Smith textbook. The chemical reaction engineering, these are also started in 3rd year of chemical engineering. Then initially there is a reaction rates and kinetics, some models of rate constant theory, Arrhenius theory, collision theory, transition state theory, ACT. Then after that we start with the reactors, that is the basic of chemical reaction engineering, ideal reactors, then batch reactor, CSTR, PFR. So, we can expect more questions from this area, 9 to 13 marks, 9 to 13 marks from chemical reaction engineering. Okay. From chemical reaction engineering we can expect 9 to 13 marks and more than one question from this last heterogeneous catalytic, mainly the porous catalyst, Thiele modulus, effectiveness factor. These are the repeating questions based on Thiele modulus, effectiveness factor. Okay, in heterogeneous catalytic reactions related questions. So, we can expect more mark from this section, 9 to 13 marks. Then for references, there are mainly 2 books are available. The first one is Chemical Reaction Engineering by Octave Levenspeed and the next Elements of Chemical Reaction Engineering by Fogler. Then section 7, Instrumentation and Process Control. So, mainly questions are coming from this process control, 1 or 2 questions from this instrumentation based. Suppose some instruments, temperature related instruments, suppose optical pyrometer, which is used for temperature measurement, McLeod gauge used for pressure measurement. Okay. So, some related instrument related questions coming from instrumentation based, and in process control some reduction of block diagram and some P control, PI, PID control, PD control related questions and offset related questions. These are the main questions coming from instrumentation process control, and this session also we can expect 8 to 10 marks, mainly this 7 to 8 marks from this process control. Okay. Then 2 to 3 mark from instrumentation related questions. Then reference textbook, this is a Kuffner textbook, is basic for the problem related questions from this process control, and for getting some basic foundation or some basic concept, you can use this Stephanopoulos, An Introduction to Theory and Practice. For process control, some basic concept, you can use this book. And for instrumentation, you can use this Industrial Instrumentation by Donald P. Ekman. Then section 8, Plant Design and Economics. In some question paper, the design based questions neither included, mainly the economics questions are included. That is, some unit cost related questions or future worth, present worth related questions. Okay. So, these are mainly payback period and discounted cash flow, and this optimization related questions are also included from this area, optimization related questions. So, maximum 3 to 5 mark, mainly the 2 to 3 mark based on economics, sometimes 2 marks based on optimization related. Then in design related questions are mainly the amount or 1 mark or 2 mark, the basically the concept related we have already studied in heat transfer and mass transfer. So, basic questions in this session coming from economics related or optimization related. Then reference textbook for design is Plant Design and Economics by Peters MS and Timmerhorst KD. Then last session is chemical technology. In chemical technology, we mainly deal with inorganic and organic. Okay, but in GATE chemical syllabus, this chemical technology include inorganic chemical industries and also the petrochemical industries and polymerization industries. Okay, so one or two questions from inorganic chemical industries or from one or two questions from polymerization industries and from petroleum chemical related. So mainly we can expect 4 to 7 marks from this session. Okay, 4 to 7 marks from this session. And in inorganic chemical industries, now sulfuric acid, the preparation of sulfuric acid, we can the name of the process is contact process. So for the match the following questions, we can expect the name of the process, sulfuric acid contact process. Okay, so if you study with this chemical technology, the name of the process is very important. Okay, and for the preparation of chemical engineering, in the last time, suppose the examination mainly will be conducted in February, January last and February. So you have to start this chemical technology in November or December. Okay, these are the theoretical concept, only theory. Okay, then we can expect or we can achieve 5 marks, at least 5 marks from this area. Okay, mainly the raw materials and the process name and the polymerization, mainly monomers, then which are the monomers used for PVC, etc. Okay, these are the main questions coming from this area. Then the reference textbook, the mainly Dryden's textbook for chemical technology and Schreib's chemical process industries by George T. Austin. Then what GATE brings to you? I have already discussed about that. With a successful attempt for achieving maximum GATE score, we can pursue MTech or MS or ME or PhD from IIC Bangalore, IIT, NIT, IIIT and other reputed institute. And some JRF, Junior Research Fellow in ISRO, DRDO, BARC, CSER, IITs, etc. And we already told that this GATE score for providing jobs include ONGC, GAIL, HPCL, IOCL, BARC, DRDO, etc. Okay, and some SRF are also available after MTech by using this GATE, and direct PhD in NIT and IIT are available after BTech by using this GATE score. So the important strategy preparation is start your preparation yearly. Suppose in many universities the S6 examination will be conducted in around May, June time. Okay, then after June you have mainly 7 or 8 months. Okay, at least 6 or 7 months. So there are 7 sections, then aptitude including, then we can add one section from aptitude, then we can include mainly 10 sections. Okay, including aptitude. Okay, then first you start with the engineering mathematics. Then after completing the engineering mathematics, you can start with the chemical engineering subject, mainly from process calculation and thermodynamics, and at the same time you can start with the fluid mechanics. Okay, after this mainly the process calculation, thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, these subjects are in second year BTech. Okay, so after that we can start with the heat transfer and mass transfer chemical reaction engineering. So first you start with the engineering mathematics, then process calculation, then after completing the process calculation again you revise with the engineering mathematics. Okay, then if we completed engineering mathematics, process calculation, thermodynamics, then before starting with the fluid mechanics again you revise with the engineering maths, process calculation, thermodynamics. So you arrange that manners for preparation. Okay, so first engineering mathematics, then process calculation, thermodynamics, fluid mechanics all are covered. Then before starting with the heat transfer again one time just go through this syllabus, just some basic mathematics analysis. Okay. So, for heat transfer, mass transfer and CRE, chemical reaction engineering, we can expect more than 30 mark heat transfer, mass transfer, chemical reaction engineering. Okay, by combining this heat transfer, you can the syllabus is very less because there are mainly 3 modes of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. Okay, so you can complete that syllabus of heat transfer. Then mass transfer, mainly I already told that the questions are always coming from distillation, absorption, drying. These are the basic. Okay, then in addition to that, there may be some questions from extraction, leaching and diffusion, but the repeated pattern is mainly the questions from distillation. So, in the last December to January, you always go through the previous year question papers. Okay, before that you have to make a foundation or concept of this subject. Okay, so first the study plan you created for this 9 section and a strong concept by referring this textbook also. Then the very important is attempt mock test. Okay, so in this MCQ, in addition to MCQ question, there is a numerical questions also. Okay, so the importance of mock test is to develop your time consumption. Okay, so how much time I spend for these questions. Okay, the time management is important. So by attempting this mock test, you can improve the time management and you can practice with the GATE calculator. Okay, that are the important factors in scoring more in GATE. Okay, so attempt mock test is very important. Okay, so these are the main strategies that your preparation yearly, and there will be a study plan for if we started yearly, then you can make a study plan starting with the mathematics, then process calculation, thermodynamics in that order, then at last the chemical technology. Okay, that is only a theoretical concept. So now then I am winding up with this strategy plan. So first of all, you have to think about the high score in GATE examination, because for getting job in PSUs for ONGC, GAIL or HPCL, we have to score high rank, high marks. Okay, so you have to study well, then attempt mock test is very important. Okay, so do it well. All the very best. Thank you.